A good friend reminded me recently that God calls us to close gaps. Relational gaps, aspirational gaps, the gap between letting our yes be yes and our no be no. And the biggest gap of all, the gap between us and God. It hurts when we can't close the gap between our negativity and God's peace. It's like standing on one side of the Grand Canyon trying to fly across to God's embrace. That is how far away from Him I felt early in my faith walk. How undeserving I felt, how hopeless I felt. That is a pretty big gap. Most believers claim to have activated their faith, but research proves different. A large percentage of Christians move their faith forward on a small fraction of the power available to them. There's a gap between their faith and their follow-through. Imagine if they closed that gap even a little, and just imagine if they closed it a lot. How many lives would be transformed? How many lives would be touched for God? How many lives would be saved? How much pain would be avoided? How many relationships healed? Kids impacted? Churches empowered? Missions funded and served? Just imagine. We can and must close the gap between who we are in our faith walk and who God wants us to be. It is never about how far away from God we feel, and always about His promise that no gap is too big for Him to bridge. God is the great gap filler. How about you? What gap does God want you to fill today? For more Love God, Fear Nothing messages, go to markevanaffleck.com.